You're watching Caribbean Today on YouTube. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio's anticipated visit to Jamaica took place at Jamaica House, where he engaged in discussions with Prime Minister Andrew Holness and heads of state from Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and Haiti to address key regional challenges ranging from organized crime and gun trafficking to strengthening trade relations, immigration, and enhancing security cooperation, among other issues affecting the Caribbean. Marco Rubio's tour includes also visiting Guyana and Suriname after leaving Jamaica. Speaking at the joint press conference, Prime Minister Holness welcomed U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, acknowledging that he has always been impressed by Rubio's deep knowledge of the region and is deeply honored that he chose Jamaica as his first stop on his official tour. Prime Minister Holness described his discussions with Secretary Rubio as productive, emphasizing efforts to strengthen partnerships and combat transnational crime, including tackling gangs, lottery scams, and gun trafficking. He also stressed the need for continued collaboration to support Haiti's leaders in addressing the ongoing crisis affecting regional stability. Holness highlighted the 80-year relationship between Jamaica and the U.S., with bilateral trade surpassing $3 billion. Talks included expanding short-term labor programs in agriculture and hospitality and enhancing workforce skills for Jamaicans. He also defended Jamaica's Cuban doctor program, ensuring their protection under the country's labor laws. Travel advisories were discussed, noting that Jamaica is now safer than it has been in the last 2 decades, and crimes against visitors is less than 0.101 of the more than 3 million visitors to Jamaica annually. Additionally, discussions included attracting U.S. investments into Jamaica and to leverage Jamaica's location as a transshipment hub for global trade. In concluding, Holness said, Jamaica remains committed to fostering a partnership with the U.S., one grounded in mutual respect, shared values, and a collective ambition for a stronger and a more resilient future. And he extended gratitude to Secretary Rubio and his delegation for their visit and the productive discussions, and looking forward to building upon this foundation and taking their partnership to new and greater heights for the lasting benefit of both nations. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio thanking Holness for the warm welcome and reiterating the United States' dedication to supporting Jamaica and its neighboring countries in tackling organized crime and violence, with a particular focus on the crisis in Haiti, stressing the need for collaborative efforts to stabilize the region. Discussions also touched upon trade expansion, highlighting recent progress in making Jamaica safer and more stable than it has been in the last 2 decades. Rubio expressed interest in increasing U.S. investments in Jamaica, particularly in tourism development, infrastructure, and renewable energy. And as Jamaica's largest trade partner, the U.S. remains committed to fostering mutual economic growth, including exploring responsible seabed mining opportunities. He emphasized that government's top priorities are ensuring the safety and prosperity of their people. Rubio acknowledged the strong ties between Jamaica and the U.S., with over 800,000 Jamaican expatriates living in America. He also noted that the State Department will reassess its travel advisories for Jamaica and other nations, emphasizing the need for accurate assessments to prevent unnecessary harm to Jamaica's tourism sector, which is a vital contributor to its economy. Secretary Rubio clarified his remarks relating to Cuban medical professionals that, unlike Jamaica with its better labor standards, Cuban medical personnel in many parts of the world are not paid directly, with the Cuban government controlling their wages. He condemned this as a form of forced labor, and the U.S. finds that as an egregious practice. Rubio addressed the issue of firearms purchased in the U.S. and trafficked to the region, emphasizing his commitment to curbing the flow of illegal guns. He pledged to support Jamaica's efforts in tackling crime through increased resources for forensic labs, countering gang recruitment, and providing law enforcement software to combat crime. He affirmed the United States' continued foreign aid focused on skills training and business investments, emphasizing Jamaica's role as a valuable partner. A reporter from Television Jamaica questioned Secretary Rubio about concerns among Jamaican green card holders who fear that traveling back to Jamaica might jeopardize their ability to return to the U.S. Rubio's response is that green card holders are not considered illegally in the United States and that Jamaicans are not a major source of illegal migration. He stressed that immigration laws have to be enforced to avoid disruption in any country. As he's set to travel on to Guyana and Suriname next, he joked that he wanted to visit Jamaica early to avoid accusations of favoring the island when he comes again for the second and third time. He added that Jamaica feels like home and expressed gratitude for the warm hospitality and opportunity. At CaribbeanToday.com, we cover your world.